Hey everybody, I'm Ava and today I'm going to show you my updated 2023 car camping setup. As much as I absolutely love car camping, I'm currently not doing it full time. However, fortunately I have a flexible lease that allows me to sublet an Airbnb so I can camp whenever I want to. Over time, I've made some improvements to my car, and although it's a pretty small space, it's a Chevy Cruze, it really works well for camping. I'm excited to show you the inside today. Let's get started. Here I am in the front seat of the car. I do use it as a regular car when I'm not camping in here, so I try to keep it uncluttered and clean and functional as a normal car. Down here by the passenger seat, I keep my bowl, which I use as a sink. I have my water flosser in there as well as my toothbrush. Below that, I have a bin, which in the winter can function as a refrigerator, but otherwise you can keep some snacks and miscellaneous items in there to keep everything organized. I always keep some paper towels down here because that always comes in handy, as well as some cleaning spray. I also keep 2 or 3 1-liter water bottles as I need those for brushing my teeth and drinking, and you can go through them pretty fast, so it's good to have a decent amount of water in here at all times. I also keep my portable power station here. I have a 12-volt water heater, which is useful for the water flosser. One really essential item for stealth camping is actually these curtains. You can sleep in the back of your car and no one will notice you because they're dark and you just can't see anything past them. So one thing I did to customize these is install my own wire so that they stay close to the top of the ceiling. You can buy them and they come with a string, but the string tended to sag down, so I have a wire so they stay all the way up and no one can see in. Let's head to the back of the car. Welcome to the back seat. It's pretty comfortable back here, and it's also very private because I have the curtains in front if I want them, and I also added the darkest possible tints to the windows so that no one can see me in here. I also have window covers that I can sometimes put in if I feel like I'm at risk of getting seen or if it's night and I want to have light on in the car and don't want to be seen. But for the most part, I just leave them like that. I don't think it's likely that someone will come peer in the windows, and it just feels a little bit better to be able to see out and have some natural light coming inside. If I do want to use the window covers, however, they are easy to pop in. Supposedly they have a little insulation too, but I'm not convinced. I also added rain guards, so on a warmer fall night, I can crack the windows open and no one will see. Fall is really an awesome time for car camping because the weather is great, it doesn't get too hot, it's really cozy to camp in the car. Back here is where I keep my clothes. I have a suitcase back here so I can keep all my clothes in there, and it also works as part of my bed because when I fold down these back seats, I can lay across that suitcase and have just enough room to fully stretch out. Down here I have a little extra storage space. I keep a backpack, I have my toiletries bag, some extra water, and just whatever else I may need to store in here. I also have, for the summer months, I don't really need these at the moment because it's cooled down quite a bit, but I also have these screens so I can cover the windows and open them a little bit more, and it'll cool down at night and be really comfortable. And you can also open the windows without worrying about bugs coming in. I also have this big pillow, which I use for padding on top of my suitcase. I also have this fan, which is nice for a breeze if it's warm out, and it also has a lantern. And I can hang this on this hook right up there. And now for my favorite part of my car camping setup, it is my bed. I did not expect this car to be big enough for car camping when I got it, so that was not something I had in mind at all, but to my surprise, it works great. The seats fold down, and I can roll out a mattress that is long enough for me to sleep on. I did take out the headrests from the back, as no one really sits back here, and it allows for a little more space. I have this umbrella which I can use to prop up this cover, which gives a little more privacy in the back. It is starting to get a little cold at night, so I have this 25-degree sleeping bag, and then I also have this blanket for a little extra warmth. This sleeping bag is down. I decided to do down rather than synthetic because it takes up a little less space, and you really need every possible amount of space back here that you can get, so I like that it's a little bit easier to compress and fold up the back. It does leak feathers kind of often, so it requires a little more cleaning and vacuuming, but I think it's a fair enough trade. I absolutely love this bed. It's my favorite part of the car. It works so well in spite of the fact that it's a small car, and I really sleep well back here. It's very comfortable, and there's fewer distractions than I have when I'm at a house or an apartment, so I usually fall asleep pretty quickly, and I find it really peaceful and relaxing. This car camping setup works really well whether you're camping full-time or part-time, and it's definitely made my life more fun and interesting. I hope this has been useful for you, and that's my updated car camping tour for 2023. Thanks so much for coming along, and I'll see you next time.